Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where today we are pushing toward our very first 5 star. And we got a task. We got a task ahead of us. So, first of all, we have to own $100,000 worth of buildings on the Wetlantean Pier. I don't actually know what this means. I'm assuming it doesn't seem like making building is all that expensive, just like the room type that is called building. So I'm assuming the question here is not. I'm assuming the thing here is not like put down $100,000 worth of this, because I don't know that you can. Right? Oh my god, that's being very cantankerous. Just don't. Okay, just don't include the red part. If I were to do this, no, nothing. It doesn't. Okay. Again, being very cantankerous. It's all right. This. That's 33.6. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you can make the space big enough. Hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done spacing. Well, so what I was gonna say is I don't think it doesn't seem like it's all that expensive to expand buildings. When we're expanding them, it's always the room costs that are the most. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can, in fact, put down $100,000 worth of raw, open, fucking box floor plan. And we do have the $100,000 on hand right now. It is available to us. I guess this is like, I don't really want to cover up the. I don't know. Aesthetically, it feels to me like I want the building to be half of it, and then for there to be half of it as alfresco space. But whatever. It's not like this is actually mechanically going to get any use or anything. Oh, so hold on. There's a bit here we didn't get yet, and a bit here we didn't get yet. Okay, so we're just about good. Yeah. If I fill in like that. Let's say we give it like that much hallway space. Okay, and then there's you got to have a door. It turns out they're pretty particular about the part where there has to be a door. I don't know if this is actually an area that you can build out into, but I know we can produce a little cutout here and put down a door, and then I'll feel better about it. In case people do want to go to, Wetlantis or whatever. And this, I guess, is also an entrance. It's an unusual way to build things because I'm not forcing everybody through a single gift shop. But it sure does accomplish the goal. Now we need to reach Enlightenment level 17 in marine life. So that's going to be a little bit of work. We need to find and display the sleight whale. And then we gotta make some kind of use of this space. We do have a bunch of finished objects. Did I ever get that? Yeah, I did get that seahorse racer, didn't I? How big is this? Okay, we're gonna start building a little area over here, I guess. Here's the thing that's not clear to me. Do I need museum ticket takers? Or is there still a single location to go to, and then if I have a secondary building that's completely unconnected, do people just know to go over there? Oh yeah, this wouldn't even have fit in the space that I was originally going to put in. This thing is huge. Okay, yeah, well, then it's good that we have a big new outbuilding. Yeah, I actually have no idea what the rules are for this. So let's put down. I guess let's just put this down somewhere for the moment. Enlightenment level 17 in marine life is going to require us to just get a bunch of exhibits and burn them for knowledge. And I think it has to be stuff that you're not already knowledge capped on. So unfortunately, these fine fellows are probably just getting sold to collectors. That's fine. We don't, but we'll build some tanks over here or whatever. So the next most important things then are going to be gathering duplicates to put through the knowledge of fire, and of course, the pursuit of the sleight whale. So, as far as pursuing the sleight whale goes, our next most critical task is clearing these obstructions. Clearing this obstruction specifically. So we need 20 levels total across 3 marine life experts, and one of them needs to know pilot wings at level 1. To mock this up, Cat's getting pilot wings. So that's 687 right there is sufficient. 668 also will work. So actually we're totally fine on this as soon as Cat's training is finished. Okay, I got us in the direction yesterday. On this one, we need 2 marine life experts and 2 janitors. We need to bring a level of mechanics, level 2 pilot wings, and level 2 fish whispering. And we don't have anybody who has level 2 or can have level 2 pilot wings. But I'm real curious what's down here, for obvious reasons. So that's a thing I would like very much to get resolved. Let's take a quick look at our janitors. Show me the janitors. So, yeah, everybody's got a skill slot filled in. We need to hire another appropriate janitor. Now let's unpause. Let's let this new applicant appear. Teddy Mania. Teddy Mania has his sea legs. Not so good at walking on land. Well adapted to the sea. Prone to spontaneous injury, not really any better. Welcome aboard, Teddy Mania. And then here's the thing about Teddy Mania. He's taking an expedition to XP Town right away. I wish I could click on... I wish I could type or something, you know? Gets to be there's a lot of people in a museum once it gets to a certain size. And again, I think I'm under hiring generally. Given how we're like always on the edge of people not having their job done. So presumably you are supposed to actually have more people than this in most of the jobs. Okay, so you're doing that. Let's go get some stuff to put in the knowledgeifier. And in this case, it doesn't actually matter very much what. It just needs to be stuff that we haven't gotten a lot of so that we know we have room on it. Out of curiosity, if I click on these, so there's 2 knowledge room on that, 1 on that, 1 on that, or 2 on that. So it wouldn't be too bad to get it off of just like these big ruins pieces. Is that a particularly trying... It's just a marine life expert and an assistant. And it's not terribly injurious. Somebody's gotta bring a single point of helmet, and then we're good. Wow, check out how good our assistants are. We are very leveled up. These people are doing their jobs to the utmost. I should probably train some of them in some stuff. And this can just be the fast version. We don't need anything in particular to happen here. None of these. I guess reduce the cost of the expedition slightly. Well, it probably makes more sense to XP up, but yeah, go to. All right. So while we're figuring out everything else, let's do this. This building is, of course, going to need bathrooms.
I am feeling well, good. And why not?
Let's go ahead and throw like a pretty decent sized bathroom here.
Always a pleasure and never a bore.
Yeah, that'll do.
Should remain cautious when learning about alien life forms.
Yep, cool. That's exactly how I wanted that. Why would I want that to be in line with the others?
Farewell to the expedition team. They may never come back.
Alright, that was fast. I guess the XP spot does not take very long to process. Boy, we had all this money. And all of a sudden, huh? Okay, so the other things that are critical, of course, in a bathroom. One thing that I very much do not like about this game, and I know that this is like a minor concern. One thing that I very much do not like about this game is the way that if you like click on something and the game focuses it, it always focuses it in kind of like a weirdly off-center way. And if you move the camera at all to recenter it, it unselects the room. Like here. This is a fine center, but like if I do anything to the camera, I lose my buttons. And I didn't do anything to unselect the room, so I don't feel like I should lose access to those buttons. You know? Anyway. So we're going to put up a bathroom there. We're going to put up a cafeteria. Well, let me deal with the crates first. Oh, it was actually this one that finished. Right, well, I did put them on speedy, didn't I? Cool. The one we have is pristine already, right? Yeah. Alright, this is the kind of thing where, honestly, this might cause a little bit of a bottleneck if we don't buy a second analyzer.
Team returning from 2.C.
Come on, y'all. Run same again. Alright, the pilot wings thing is almost finished. Kim and anyone. You're on a break. I'll tell you, this is a good way to burn through an awfully large amount of cash. I'm going to put up a cafeteria here, right across from that. This will create the hallway. No, don't do that. Sorry. Let me finish laying out the little bits of that room I need to finish laying out. The game is not good at maintaining partial work. You know, you always got to finish a task. This is a big cafeteria space. Well, there'll just be a lot of walk-in room. You don't necessarily need to put in a huge number of tables. I need one of these for tray busing. Wow, okay. Room decoration rating, crazy high. And that's before I even put the trash cans in. Which, as we all know, are critically important to the thing. Yeah, sure. Good enough. And welcome aboard, Lauren Asparagus. Delicate, but probably never being sent on an obstacle, or what do you call it? An expedition, so it almost certainly can't matter. Alright, here comes Teddy. And here goes Teddy again immediately afterward. How fast can we force somebody up to level 5 in this way? It should be pretty quick, right? These early levels do not require a lot. Teddy. Yeah, Teddy will be level 5 after the next one. Oh, except I don't have 25,000. Right. That's certainly the case. Money is not infinite. You do have to, you do have to have a little bit of stuff going here. So this, like I said, this is going to be our time bottleneck. Just doing five breakdowns.
The expedition team are back to make up for lost time. Distract them.
Okay, that'll be enough money to send Teddy out to get the level ups. And then we got to do the training, but, one problem at a time. Teddy was like down here. Teddy Mania. Yeah, okay, people are just in the order you hired them.
watch.
Our museum rating fluctuates, but it's usually in the neighborhood of 90%, so I'm not too worried about that. We can't do anything else with Teddy for the moment. Let me just put some other stuff down here. For this one, I guess, since we know... Oh, Teddy, what's up? The exhibit sits majestically before you. These are so generalized. There's not really any sense of the fact that there are some expeditions where there are no exhibits to grab. Buff out the blemishes. Okay. Takes a little extra time. And then this is all just like exhibit space, right? There should be a little... there should be a little bit of staff room over here then, for the staff that do work over here. And I don't have the money for a staff room, so that would be the next thing to think about over there. How expensive is the exhibit to this location? Well, I guess we got the... Did we get the same thing again?
Asks that you open your mind.
No, we got Archway Ruins. Okay. Because if we'd gotten the same thing again, then there would be a risk of this location giving us something that wasn't worthwhile. But since we didn't, let's go ahead and send Kim Squidink, who wants to resign, so that they can feel that way later. And, I don't know, just somebody. Vince Nosh, why not? Yeah, and XP for everybody. But make it quick. Also, real quick, staff-wise, show me what's happening. What's happening? You're thirsty. You're out of energy. I mean, your pay satisfaction is bad, and we can not change that right now. I'll get you when you come back. Talk to me about your job satisfaction when you come back.
It's time for County News, where we look out the window and say, hey, what's going on over there?
All right. It gets that done. Pushing toward level 14.
Is in hot water after it was reported that she spent funds raised to repair the old Smogley Bridge on a personal bath and spa system. She since invited all Smogley residents for a dip, a resolution that has divided committee.
We will not need another training room or any of this stuff. We'll need another staff room. And I mean, we don't need another staff room. This is a convenience. Just an easy place for the staff to chill out if they're maintaining the stuff that's in this building. And there will be some amount of stuff in this building, probably. Okay, now that we got that down, I like to get the room overall settled first if I can, just so that I know exactly how much money I have to play with. Oh, these are 50, right? Some of this shit's like proper expensive. But at the very least, you got to give them some places to sit. You got to give them water that they don't have to pay for. Staff shouldn't be paying for shit on site. I feel very strongly about that. Filing cabinets? Probably. Seems like professional work stuff to me.
Describing it as not a resolution.
All right.
Guests are prepared for certain levels of math.
We have finished training Teddy. Or sorry, we have finished gaining experience on Teddy so that Teddy's training can begin.
Team are departing now. I'm always so glad.
Hold on. I'm doing this right? It's a janitor? Oh, not that one. Yes, it's a janitor. Okay. So one of the janitors has mechanics, the other janitor brings the pilot wings. Okay. So in theory, we should be ready for this. That's going to be 40K. That's going to be 50K. So that's what we're saving up money for right now. And we got ourselves some money from the expedition. And a hot water balloon, which we still have brain space for. Great news. Okay. So this costs a small amount of money, but we'll definitely be able to get started on it. Teddy, you gotta learn. Teddy, you gotta learn about piloting. You gotta learn a lot about piloting. You're gonna have to fly as clean as the floors that you... I was about to say Janet, like it's a verb. He's a janitor, one who janets. Well, I'm sure that'll happen. Especially now that all the marine life folks are back home and not injured badly. Right? Nobody's injured? Kim, we were going to talk about your pay. I'm going to make this number green. Just write down on a piece of paper green and slide it across the table. Let me know what that does for you. And yeah, people are mostly... We got a couple of people who are just available. Stuff will get done.
Donation stands are full of
The problem is not all of our experts are aquarium type experts, and so not everybody can actually service the aquarium. But I'm confident they'll get it under control. I wish I could in-queue both of his trainings so that we didn't have to come back and hit the second one. Marine life. Where's our next unlock? Okay, right there apparently. And throw a hot water balloon into the thing.
collective knowledge has increased.
Wait, did we just have somebody come in here and not refill the food thing? Oh no, they refilled the food thing. That was a fish that was swimming too close to it, who has not yet eaten. He'll be fine. He'll get there. So yeah, you can see our museum rating is like bouncing back and forth between like low 80s and high 90s. Pretty rapidly, it would seem, actually. It's fine. Well, it'll be there when we need it to be there. Department of Culture is coming to investigate. Alright, that's enough money to send out this expedition, which I think we are ready to do. So first things first, why did I have Cat? Was Kim not sufficient for the task? Whatever. I don't know. We have the people. We can get this done now. And it doesn't really matter who else we bring from there because we're never coming back. This isn't a real place. None of these are even injuries to avoid. They're all just like time wastes. So reduce expedition cost, please. And yeah, that's gonna be 42 days, but that will get us in the direction of the sleight whale. We're gonna need to deconstruct 2 more
To our team departing on an expedition.
objects after this. We haven't done anything with our beach owl yet. There's still this stuff that we could go grab. Like I really want to grab stuff I already have copies of, but it has to be stuff we have copies of that we can afford to gain knowledge on. I think this is a good one. So we need to send in a shipwreck. It doesn't matter what quality the stuff is. Fortunately, we have 2 people trained in piloting. It turns out it was all a good thing to do anyway. I've sent out so many of my so many of my water experts at this point.
Attention. Guests feeling bored are reminded that they're not all that.
Yeah, it probably is worth having another person on staff just to cover while everybody is away on expedition. Fix things and whatnot. And people are coming over here just to ride the little seahorse ride. I mean, it's pretty elaborate. It is actually extremely rad.
Are being inspected.
We should probably put up some, like, knowledge boards or whatever over here. We have gained sea tentacles, which is fun.
The expedition team have returned with an illness. Someone has seasickness. Even
Well, that's inefficient. Jules, what are you doing? Alright. Got ourselves a second leopard shark for the knowledge blender, and honestly, we can just throw the owl in there as well, as much as I...
Go figure.
As much as I hate to do that, I don't really know that I want to build another aquarium if I don't have to. Like, we're almost finished over here. There's something to be said for the joy and value of just building a large, cool, functional museum. But also, we do have places to go and things to do, right? Ugh, boggy men, really? Must you? Must you? You know what? I'm hiring another security guard. Feel like we're always having security guard problems still. We're always the things aren't getting collected. And I'm just gonna trust my security guards. There is a bog over here, and there's a thing that might get stolen, I guess, and that's, you know, there's only so much I can do about that. We do have the... I can't remember. Was the other obstruction the 40,000 or the 50,000? I'll just wait until I have 50k before I try to clear it. Because I do want to see what's in that other...
To be less useless and
yeesh.
more useful.
Payroll.
Please welcome the collector to the museum. Happy shopping.
I don't know why I'm even watching. Like, I'm going to be able to tell where there is a thief at this level of zoom.
No, get back! Get this man a cold drink and a chair to sit at. His blood's gone lumpy and his mustache.
Alright. Lumpy blood sounds like a real problem. Unless you have some really big veins.
has fallen off.
Okay, so we've done it. Wetlantis has a secret area beneath its city and the sea floor itself. The old fake swimming pool trick. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 marine life experts and a security guard, a level of strolling surveillance, a level of pilot wings. And in order for everybody to come back... Oh, actually, there's no MIAs to conquer on this one. If you have 3 levels of strolling surveillance, you can find a way to come back faster. That's wild. Alright. Marine life experts. So, sorry, I'm spacey. We need a level of pilot wings. So, Cat, I guess, get back on it. We don't have anybody with double survey. We'll send somebody with single survey, though. And then, yeah, just a level of strolling surveillance. And you know what? I'll send a survey scanner. We're going to get the best whale we can get. It's going to take 58 days, probably plus a little bit. And somebody's going to come back injured, but it's fine. We'll deal with it.
Supernatural mysteries too ridiculous to believe.
Okay. What else are we doing? We
Thursdays at
are
9 on
deconstructing.
live TV. Somewhere.
We're going to build an aquarium, obviously, in the other building.
Exhaustive
Or
expeditions.
maybe
Maybe
not.
exhausting.
Maybe I just build it over here. But it feels like we're on our way to the end here.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
All right, my people are doing their jobs. Do we have a marketing campaign running at the moment?
Expedition team have finally
We totally don't.
better late than never.
Let's just run a general, hey everybody, come check this shit out campaign, because we are about to have something very cool for people to check out. In theory, probably. All right. Seems like for the most part the thieves are getting captured. Staff's continuing to level up. And listen, at this point we can probably hand curation of this place off to one of our many, many experts. Oh no. I appreciate that there's actually like a blue screen graphic for this thing needs maintenance. That's very charming. This game has a lot of really charming art and atmospheric touches.
Interested guests are reminded that not everything has to be a party, okay?
Okay, we got another deconstruction finished, and that has earned us just a bubble lamp that is, from a modeling standpoint, exactly an object that exists in one of the other. Right, it's just those lights from the space area, and then I'm just gonna throw this beach owl in here to finish off our levels. Except it won't go in. Why go? There we go. All right, that'll take us to 17.
Complete. I'll connect.
You know, I was a little worried about hitting the 5th star on this with the you want to buy my wetsuit? No. We're making lots of money off of that wetsuit. Thank you. I was a little worried when there was that breeding objective on the new island, but honestly, like, it turns out sometimes fish are horny. And you can take that one to the bank. That's the one thing I've learned
Announcement.
from my time here.
Vandal caught in the act.
Sometimes
What a bad guest.
fish are horny. You know what? We're gonna hire more assistants.
Thieves were caught before they could escape with an exhibit.
And hey, new
That was a
guy.
close one.
Wait, where'd the new guy go? See, it's weird that these are not in hiring order. Not Lauren. Where is the... These ones are in alphabetical order, leading by first name. I hired you to be someone who can learn how to market, because apparently we need more people for to keep the marketing board running. And there's coffee in that room, so I'm hoping that the coffee trait will be meaningful there. All right, I still do want to see what's on the other side of this. So, Teddy may. Oh, Teddy may. I never did Teddy's other training. Oops.
Announcement. We're currently not taking donations. Not as many as we could. Donation stands are full.
That's already not true. We're finally running enough security guards that they're collecting the donations. We're also not currently collecting donations over here, which is an obvious error on my part. I guess you don't need a knowledge stand for this.
The expedition team.
No sleight whale this time. The elusive creature is hard to catch, but you're getting more experience. Just keep trying. Okay, so is it the same? It's the same node, but we just don't. It doesn't always capture. We did, in fact, suffer an injury. It's all right. Cat'll figure it out. So like, yeah, okay. We're still just doing the same. It's just do the same node over and over again until it works. I kind of don't love that as a mechanic, but whatever. It's fine. Did our survey level stick? I guess is a good question. Some security guard with the right trait. Yes. Yes, it did. So when we catch it, it's going to be a good catch. All right, let's devote some folks, and this should be fine, right? I don't think we're taking up anybody who's needed for the other location.
To the cafe. That's where you work now.
All right, so we're waiting on this training to complete. I was going to put down some quick...
Exhibit has been retrieved from thieves.
Let's go put down some quick decorations over here. Again, probably relying on a lot of wall... Oh, look at that. A slight whale
Analysis.
wall decal. Wall decal. This will be appropriate here because this is the building the sleight whale's going to be in. I'll put down a banner. Welcome to the second building. And then a nice big mural. Everybody loves a mural. This will sit perfectly behind the thing so nobody can see it, but it will still add decoration value. There we go.
Vandals.
Okay.
Vandalizing.
Maxing out the buzz. It seems like we are getting crimed. People are doing crimes, but the security guards are catching them. Okay, so a janitor with 2 levels of that, a marine life expert with 2 levels of that, and then we're gonna bring a first aid kit to deal with that part, and this can just be anybody anywhere who's not doing anything terribly important. You know what, Ahab? Let's open up some space on you, and you, I guess. Okay. Oh, right. No, I have to bring somebody who has mechanics. Okay, there we go.
The expedition is leaving now. Final call from wherever.
So all that's left is to successfully locate a sleight whale. Let's see if this other cavern can give us any insights, perhaps, as to that. Or if it's just a weird other cavern that has some even rarer thing in
We're
it.
joined now by friend of the show, Professor
Oh.
Hamish Curlybags, live from
That's
Pebbly Frog
That's cool.
Sanctuary.
I forgot that we were
How you
even
doing,
I forgot we even had that capability to do that.
Right you are. Today's question comes from Terence in Breaking Point. Who would win in a fight? A Unihornus or a pack of tap raptors? Good one, Teddy.
Well, Ricky, when tap raptors walked the Earth, the last Unihornus had already been dead for several million years. With that said, I'd have to say the tap raptors.
Thanks, Professor. There you have it. The less dead dino sneaks in by a hair. It's a tale as old as time.
All right, we know we're going to need a tank, so let's go ahead and get the tank set up. I guess actually this door should probably be on the other side. Let me just throw this in here. Right, so you get hit with the sort of like the face of the thing when you come in. Now it is a cold water fish.
The expedition team have returned. Good for them.
Oh, the room's good. Okay, open. This is the obstruction clearing team. Oh, here's the other box. Let's see.
With an
What did we get aside from a terrible injury? Bonus XP. All right,
Someone
well,
has a
you know,
case of broken face.
just a slight, small, minor case of broken face. Okay. Display a pristine quality cold water fish and receive $10,000 worth of donations for, well, let me tell you something. We got a lot of cold water fish on display at this point. This should be pretty easy. Fossils, cold water fish, and sea monsters down here. Looks like spooky stuff. There's another node. There's another node with something pretty intense going on. Hold on. I'm not allowed to move the camera down there, but that's very interesting. We're going to need... Okay, no particular set of skills to avoid MIAs. We don't have anybody who's double survival skills. I don't know if I have the ability to train anybody that way either. And then also, obviously, we should get somebody back out here. So at this point, this place is all maxed out. It doesn't really... Yeah, it doesn't super matter what we do. Just bring some folks. You're in the middle of a tour. Yeah, let's get you in a second open slot, and we can train you in double call it? Oh, that's it. Somebody with pilot wings has to come along, and we currently don't. Everybody with pilot wings is broken. Do I have a... Yeah, we need pilot wings and strolling surveillance. I don't think we have a guard who has both of those things, because why would they? So, okay, hold on. Let's
We are monitoring the exhibits.
make sure our injured people are taking care of themselves, but also... Sorry about that. Also, we can make somebody able to fill the requirements of this on their own. And at this point, we can take a first aid kit every time, and there should be no further injuries. So we're going to have to wait on that. We're waiting on the cold water fish stuff to accumulate. I should probably... You can pin those to the main screen. Let's go ahead and make sure that we know how that's going. Yeah, and then we can do some... Is Cat in the thing? Yes.
They like, but that doesn't mean they should.
Experiencing extreme thirst and toilet discomfort and tiredness and... Yeah, I can see what's going on. You're gonna be okay. Let's give Cat a sec before we send out the next expedition there. So we'll put down a cool broken ship, some Wetlantean gold, a treasure chest, I think it goes without saying that I'm going to attempt to breed these things if I can in captivity. And then we'll just give them some like general...
Monotony, but they're not prepared for this.
Yeah, just some general decorations, you know. Here's a rock. Okay. It's a decent tank. We'll probably have to modify it for buzz bonus. Alright. Let's get this shit started. Or restarted. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, we can take Cat. Why not? Okay, we did train up Donald. Donald makes everybody less happy. Whatever, I don't think that has any effect on an expedition. And then, yeah, just kind of somebody and a first aid kit to dodge the hull breach. Alright, take it slow, do it right. Get me that good whale.
The team are departing now. I'm always so glad that I don't have to go.
We're still waiting on this.
Announcement. Randall caught in the act. What a bad guest.
It's actually taking longer than I thought it was going to fill up. There's a lot of stuff in our museum at this point. The donations are coming in from very diverse sources. We started our marketing campaign. I was like, come see the sleight whale, and then we're gonna not have one to show for like years. I do not think that I love as a final challenge this just like dig at the same site over and over again until you roll the dice correctly. It's disappointing. It's disappointing as a mechanic. It gives you time to sort of like sew up the things that are unfinished in your museum, I guess is the idea. Like we could send out another run to here. Is this the spot I want? Yeah, to try to finish our mosaic or get more. And I guess I will, mostly out of boredom. Do we have our double piloting assistant? We do, okay. I was going to say, there's no sense in even looking at this if we don't. Yeah, none of this stuff super matters. I guess the surveys. No, we're all surveyed up here. I did a good job on this one. Okay, yeah, do your best.
Security guard to empty donation stand. There's money in it for you.
I don't think we're gonna miss a trip to the other node. I think this is gonna get finished and get back before we hit 10K. So this is time where I could be establishing this area a little bit better. Like, what else does this building desperately need?
Announcement. Vandal caught in the act. What
We got a bathroom, we got a cafeteria. I guess a gift shop would be a thing that you would want here eventually if you're like really building it out, but I don't know that I care enough to do that at this point. I'm just trying to get my whale. Alright, that right there might be the rest of the donations we're looking for. So perhaps I was a little hasty on sending these people out. Nope, very few of the dollars in there were for the cold water exhibits. There's probably a lot of stuff for the creepy fish. You know the ones. Alright. We have now opened it, which means we get to see the remainder. Receive 5 Wetlantean guest reviews of at least 5 stars. I believe this is something that should happen fairly quickly. I think Wetlantean guests love our museum. And this is the darkest depths. On the boundary of the conceivable sea, you can't tell up from down and fish friend from fish foe. This is the pitch black ocean you'll remember from such experiences as your recurring nightmares. And there's actually 3 different things down here, and 2 of them are frozen finds. That's interesting. So you need double fish whispering to not lose people. Okay, interesting.
reminded that dinosaur
Well, let's see how long it takes for those guest reviews to come in. We do get a lot of 5-star reviews, obviously. And I don't know, is there a place where I can view our guest, like, mixture? We get a lot of Wetlanteans.
In the 2-point radio vault to take a look, or listen really, to a vintage moment of radio. Who could
So a
forget
lot of them
this
just
little
want to see
treat?
pristine
Oh,
exhibits. The
talk about
Wetlantean
genuine
children
regrets.
want entertainment,
I was
obviously.
doing my usual pre-show routine. Little did I know that my show was long underway. Isn't it good that we can laugh about it now? Just practice. This.
You know what? Sure. I will display your weird horse head statue, your embarrassed horse head.
Put a hay in front of it.
But I put the penny
Hey,
thing
it's
over
Ricky
here before,
Hawthorne.
right? And it seemed
That's
to
the
go
one.
fine.
Do that. Do that. That's the one. Ricky, you're on fire. You're on fire, Ricky.
And have we got it? A miracle among the rarest and most elusive fish in the world, and it's actually definitely not even a fish. Okay, it does need a fresh food dispenser, a prized specimen that is sure to increase in value. Well, have I got the spot for you,
Attention.
friend?
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
Did it not place? It didn't place. Place. There we go. That took a weird amount of effort. I need a fresh food dispenser. This thing is probably going to want to eat.
The expedition team are back. I have a good feeling about
I have
this
to
one.
rename the sleight whale. Hold on a second. I'll be right with you. Oh, Polyocean found a thing that perhaps we should not have taken for ourselves. Seems like maybe a sort of thing that ought to be left exactly where it was. But since we do have it, I guess we'll go ahead and throw it down over here. All right, so I have to rename the sleight whale. What is a good name for this weird little bumpy head creature? Its buzz bonus is to customize its name. Okay, Slight whale. There's something about this creature that is just giving off Betty. It just feels like a Betty. It's got real Betty vibes to me. And with that, all of your needs and everything are met. Little is known about you, but that's not my fault. I'm not taking the blame for this. And then our museum rating just needs to rise back up above 90%, which is a thing that I feel like is going to happen. It's going to spike back up at some point eventually on its own. And we'll just let that occur. We should probably put down an info stand. Hey, check it out. It's the rarest fish in the world. Aren't you impressed? They don't seem that impressed. While we're waiting for them to get impressed, while we're waiting for our reviews to randomly rise back up, what about this situation? And also, I guess, what about another one of these? If we send out old catfish stick and also Jules' picture, and also, actually, you know what? It probably shouldn't be Jules' picture. It should probably be somebody who is lower level, because we want the high level people who want to restock food dispensers and stuff to be in charge of taking care of the zappers, right? I know I'm allowed to assign somebody to cover, like I can put a particular person on the zapper thing, but I don't want to.
Time travel is not limited to
But I don't feel like doing that.
or yesterday. Thank you.
Alright, so now an expedition to this other spot to find some other weird stuff. If we do find a fish here, it will be a cold water fish. Or I guess there's also sea monsters. They could just have any requirements. And this is just anybody. So Grayling, you're about to level up and gain a slot. That's probably good to have you do that. And then similarly, you're about to level up and gain a slot. This is actually like a remarkably easy. It's a slow approach, but it's a remarkably easy one. Or maybe we just allow. You know what? I think I'm gonna allow for the injury. Oh, somebody has to. Yeah, sorry, I have to send somebody with trolling surveillance. Isabel, welcome aboard. Yeah, we're only getting 2 of these events anyway. The injury might not occur. It might just take them forever to get back.
Apologize for the insufficient number of information stands. I'll update when we have more information.
Okay, so the overall problem here, I'm not even sure why this number varies as much as it does. It seems like everybody loves the museum and all of the individual guest rating values are really high. And I'm not sure how that results in an 80% overall score. I will say it does feel like there's stuff broken around the museum more than I would like.
Obviously.
We can certainly, okay, somebody was on it already. But we can certainly just have more maintenance staff. That's not a problem. Yeah, here's people walking around giving 5-star reviews. We're slowly collecting the reviews we need for Darkest Depths. Environment's really high now. That was our weak point before. See, guest buzz and guest knowledge are both represented just as values, not as like percentages of an ideal value. And so that does make things a little tricky because it's hard to know like what's a good number.
Standards are being inspected.
All right, the Darkest Depths have become available. And thus, I think we now actually have all of the points on the map, at least, you know, visitable. Not everything's actually all the way unlocked. We should probably unlock this before we're done, just because it does Discover 5 botany exhibits. Well, I guess this is something that will be done elsewhere anyway. Yeah. As I was going to say, we should, because this is an on-land point, we'll want to visit it from other museums. But it looks like the unlock there is done in other museums anyway, so who cares? Or rather, it's not our problem. It is weird how as soon as this became the only goal we had left, all of a sudden the museum rating fell to exactly 80% and never moved. It took forever to move again. What do you think that's about? It feels like we're being toyed with.
We're back on 2 Point Radio. If you've not yet visited the county's Marine Life Museum, then consider this. Wetlantis has risen. The mer people are back, and the land and sea are in perfect harmony. If somehow none of that interests you, there are also some really funny-looking fish. You'll probably enjoy that.
The absolute funniest. All right, I think that was our 5th star triggered. We did it! We finished one! You seem to have made quite the mess down in Passwater, and yet everyone's so terribly pleased about it. Well, as long as the press is good, you can sink the whole county as far as I'm concerned. Here is the mega map unlocked.
I do realize that I no longer work in a hospital.
Hold
or
on,
a
when these are
campus.
finished,
I was only joking.
I'm curious what that means in practice.
The expedition team have returned with an injury.
Also, I do obviously want to run at least one person down to the darkest depths. So yeah, we avoiding the sharks, broken face for grayling plankton, whatever. And we discovered a lanternfish fossil. That's very charming, actually. Needs to be kept in a dry environment. It's got fire in its bones. This is not something we will be exhibiting here, probably. At least not immediately. I don't know how sitting in the bandage box with only your face uncovered is going to fix broken face, but it's going to. That's just how it works. So it said it unlocked the mega map. I don't see any... Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I definitely want to see cool cold water fish here, so let's just set up an expedition. We need kelpie, and then beyond that, nothing in particular, but it would be cool to have Luca dodge the illness, and then we maybe just accept the hull breach for a survey scanner, because, you know, we're trying to level the site up and everything. Oh, somebody's got to have survival skills. We have to have that, and we have to have 2 levels of fish whispering and survival skills. Can you put survival skills on the security guard?
Requires medical attention.
Is that a thing that's allowed?
Again.
Or am I going to have a 3rd level? Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe that's not a thing that gets done trivially. Now, obviously, there's more to do here, right? We still have space in the lot we purchased. We have other purchasable lots. And ideally, what I would do here is I would get more Wetlantean artifacts, set up a nice alfresco area over here, expand this out, get at least 1 more sleight whale into this tank, start breeding them, and so on. But at this point, I think we are done here for mechanical reasons. At the very least, let us open this and hope that we got a second whale. Fingers crossed. It's the first time one of these expeditions has actually gone well, and indeed. Okay, no big fish bonus, which is what I was really hoping for.
Now with 50% crispier air for that patented bungle crunch.
Apparently you do not feel that we have
Wind oven.
plants?
Cut the fat.
That's weird.
Not the crunch.
Well, this is a kind of plant. Okay, yeah. I thought these were plants, but whatever. We're good now. So yeah, we got an egg cup. We have plenty of room. We could theoretically breed some sleight whales. And yeah, with that, I think like for mechanical reasons, we're done with this this museum.
While the toilets are not on display, they should be treated like they are. Thank you.
Pardon me. Final coughing fit for the road. That said, I do think, you know, there's still cool stuff to be done here. Like I said, I still have plans. I still would like to build it out more. So, you know, maybe at some point in the future, we'll just dip back in here and a bunch of improvements will have mysteriously materialized. But I think that's going to be it for us for today. And for Passwater Cove getting built out on camera at the very least. Our next curator class task is to just get 2 more stars from any museum. So when you come back next time, we'll figure out what is going to be our focus for the next few episodes. And we'll start building that up. Come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.